Under the dimensional modeling, there are two kind of modelings we have. One is two schemas we have. One is star schema and the one is snowflake schema. What is a star schema and what is a snowflake schema? Okay, star schema. I want to show you one picture over here. That's all. A star schema having all the dimension tables. This is a product dimension. This is a location dimension. This is the organization dimension. This is the time dimension, and this is the fact table. If you observe here, all the dimension tables having a direct relationship with the fact table based on these foreign key columns. Each dimension table's surrogate key column you can find in the fact table. Okay, so this is a star schema. It looks star. It looks star. So what about the next one, a snowflake schema? In the snowflake schema, some of the dimensions may not have a direct relationship with the fact table. Okay, right. You can take the example. Anyone you can take, no problem. Okay, you can use this one. See, this is a sales table, and this is one dimension. This is another dimension having relationship. This is another dimension. This is another. Up to here, it is a star, but some of the dimensions don't have a direct relationship with the fact table. Those are the child dimensions. Those dimensions are going to having relationship with your dimensions only. This kind of schema we are calling it is a snowflake schema, right? So if you are telling this the same thing in interviews, it is not enough. A fresher will answer these questions. So now what do you have to do? Why we are moving to the snowflake schema and why we are moving to the star schema? What is the advantage of the star schema? What is the disadvantage of the star schema? Anyone please? My schema looks like this. For example, I have dim. Okay, I will write, not this one. Okay, anyhow, no problem. Right, I have a dim product table and I have a fact table and I have dim customer and I have dim date and I have dim location. Okay, so these are the some dimension tables having relationship with the fact table. Okay, this is the fact table. Right. So this product table having direct relationship with the fact table, and this customer table having direct relationship location dim date. I have two more tables. One is a dim subcategory table, and one more table that is dim category table. So I'm going to give the explanation why we need to maintain a snowflake schema. So here I don't have a relationship with the dim category to fact and dim subcategory to fact. How the relationships we are maintaining? The fact to dim product and dim product to subcategory, subcategory to category. On what columns? Right. So we have a category key. Whatever the category key we have, that category key we are going to maintain in the subcategory table. This is subcat key and category key, and in the dim product we are going to maintain the product key and subcat key, and here we are going to maintain the product key, customer key, and date key, and location key. What is the quantity, what is the amount? Okay, customer key, location key, date key. This is my structure. So now you can join on the product key with the product key, and customer key with customer key, and location key with location key, and date key with the date key. If I want to see each category wise, what are the quantities, how many products are purchased, each category wise, but the category information is here. You don't have any common column to join with fact table. How can you do? You have to join this dim category table based on category key with based on the category key. Then this subcategory table you have to join with subcategory key with the subcategory key column in the product table. Then this product table, the product key with the product key column in the fact table. Right? So in this way you have to join many number of tables over here. So your performance may impact. This is the one disadvantage of the snowflake schema. So many tables. When you want to querying the data, you have to join many number of tables. What is the advantage of the snowflake? The advantage is data redundancy. What do you mean by data redundancy? Right. Come over here. I have a product table, I have a subcategory table, I have a category table. So simple, if you are going to the Amazon.com, they have different products, different categories. Amazon Fire TV stock, Amazon Prime Video. Under each category, they have different subcategories. All new Kindle Paperwhite. So if you are going to a particular Kindle otherwise, this subcategory, there is a lot of products you have. 1, 2, 3, 4 products you have. Right? So that is category, subcategory, product. How this Amazon dot in data modeler is going to maintain this information in the background? He don't give direct access on these dimension tables with the product table. Sorry, this category table and subcategory table with the fact table, because if he is going to maintain the dim category key, subcategory key also in the same fact table, what you have to do? You have to enter two more key columns, like category key and subcategory key. Right. For example, there are two transactions are happening today. Okay, there are two transactions are happening today. I have total two categories. Sorry, not the category. Yeah, I have two categories. This is category ID and category name. In my e-commerce website, I have two categories. This is OO and NN. And in my e-commerce website, I have three categories, three subcategories. So one category, one subcategory belongs to, these two subcategories belongs to which category? That is one, OO. And this subcategory belongs to the second category, NN. Okay, right. If you are going to maintain only the product key column in the fact table, this is a product table. In the product table, how you are going to maintain? For each product belongs to which subcategory? All these products belong to this subcategory, and the below all subcategories belongs to this subcategory 2. Okay, right. Coming to the fact table. In the fact table, I want to maintain product IDs. Okay, I want to maintain the customer IDs, and what is the quantity and what is the amounts. If you want to maintain category key as well, and if you want to maintain subcategory key as well, so what you have to do? This product ID belongs to 111 belongs to which category? All products are belongs to category 1 only, and all these products belongs to which subcategory? The subcategory ID 1 belongs to, sorry, the product ID 1 belongs to which subcategory? Subcategory 1. So keep over here as well 1. In this way, if we have 1 crore transactions, so 1 crore times you are going to repeat this customer key values, sorry, category key values and subcategory key values in the fact table. Why you are going to maintain 1 crore times for this customer category keys and subcategory keys? Simply you can maintain here only one key value. If you are not making the direct relationship with this subcategory table and category table with the fact table, you no need to maintain this much of data and memory inside your fact table, because the fact table will get more records every time whenever a transaction is happening. Why you are going to maintain this transaction product belongs to which category, which subcategory? You have already relationship. This product ID you can join with product ID, and this subcategory you can join with subcategory key, and this category ID you can join with category ID. So here you are going to just maintain only for each product belongs to which subcategory. If you have 10 products, 10 subcategory keys is enough. If you have two categories, if you have four subcategories, only four category IDs is enough. Why you are going to maintain in the fact table 1 crore times category key and subcategory key? If you are making a snowflake relationship instead of star schema means all product table, subcategory table, category table, all are going to maintain the direct relationship with the fact table. If you want to maintain the direct relationship, definitely you have to put the all key values, subcategory key, category key values all inside your fact table. Every time whenever you are going to insert transaction information into the fact table, it will insert category key, subcategory key. There is a lot of data redundancy, waste of memory. Don't maintain like that. Whenever you want to see the this particular transaction belongs to which category, you just join this data with product to subcategory, subcategory to category. You can save the memory, right? So in that way, that is the one advantage of the data redundancy. Is one advantage of, you can save the memory by using Snowflake schema. In under the star schema, under the star schema, you don't need to perform so many tables. You can do one thing: the product information, category information, subcategory information, all you can maintain in a single table as well. But that will increase the data redundancy. Why we are going to do this normalization? Normalization means we are making some big tables into small tables to reduce the data redundancy, data duplication, repeating a single value more than one time. Instead of doing that, we can convert the tables into small tables. So in the star schema, all these category, subcategory, product we are going to maintain in either in a product table. Okay, that will also make data redundancy. Or you are going to make a category table and subcategory table direct relationship with the fact table. That is also impact your data redundancy. The first option is better than the second option, because in the second option, if you are going to maintain direct relationship with the category, subcategory with the fact table, what will happen? There is a lot of memory issue. It is better to keep inside the product table only, because we have only either 100 or 200, 300 products only. So you may repeat the key values 200 times or 300 times. But in the fact table, if you are keeping crores, millions, billions of the times, you have to repeat. So, so that is the reason, if you are more concerned about the memory, then go to star schema. Sorry, Snowflake schema. If you don't have any concern about the memory and data redundancy, you can go to the star schema. The performance point of view, star schema is better, we are assuming. Okay, so this is about the difference between a star schema and Snowflake schema, why the people are going to star schema and why the people are going to Snowflake schema.